But another story that we'll be keeping track of is the story of why it's not always sunny in Philadelphia. Let's get down to it, Danny. James Harden, again, in the headlines, your teammate. And I must say, Danny, ever since we started this podcast, you're always in some drama, from the Kawhi drama to obviously dealing with being in the Lakers during the bubble and winning a championship, which is drama in itself. And then you were around in Philly for the Ben Simmons drama. And now here we go again. A similar drama here where James Harden reportedly, and you could probably confirm this now since it's out there, but you don't have to. He hasn't been with the team since Sunday. He did not attend practice on Thursday, October 19th, did not attend practice on Wednesday, October 18th. Obviously, you guys have one more preseason game left Friday against the Atlanta Hawks. What are the vibes in the locker room right now as it currently stands? And what are your expectations for James Harden?
The vibes are good, man. I said we have a great group. Like I explained, I said me, Pat, Bev, Tuck, we have a good relationship. Kelly, Tobias is stepping up. He's always been a leader in his own. Tyrese is stepping up, matured. Joel's been around. He's getting his body right. So guys, we have a good team, a good group with or without James. Obviously, with him, we're really good, and we would love for him to play. But I expect that he's taking some time away right now. I don't know what it is or what the issue may be. He was at practice every day and being a professional up until this point. He's only missed like 1 or 2 practices, and he just hasn't played in the games. But James is a competitor. He's the ultimate professional. He takes care of his body. He does what he's supposed to do. And obviously, as a brother, as a teammate, we want to see him happy and hope for things to work out what's best for him and his situation. But it's tough. It's tough playing both sides and wanting to win and wanting him to play. But I said I don't see how it ends in the way that he expects it to. And I see him hopefully joining us sooner than later. But I see him playing for us this season and hopefully for the rest of the season. And maybe they get a deal done before trade deadline. But I still don't see it. But he has to be on the floor ultimately, and to show his worth and prove. I guess because people forget about you. It's how quickly you forget. Your last game. What have you done for me lately? Type of league, type of world, type of business. And his last games obviously weren't, the normal James Harden showing. But once you see him out there again, it's 22 and 11. Then it's like, all right, Clippers, like maybe we do need to get this guy. Maybe things start off rocky for them, or maybe other teams start off rocky. And you're like, you know what? Maybe Houston's like, we want to shake things up. Maybe we should have grabbed James. But when he shows and gets on the court and shows what he's supposed to do, I think that's the only case that can help him to get moved. But I do expect him to play for us fully and hopefully be back with us in the first week or so. So it's going to be interesting. But I do like our group. I do like the chemistry. Learn a lot about these guys. There's a lot of love, a lot of respect from these guys. I got a chance to the scrimmage. We got a chance to coach scrimmages, me and Pat. So it's been dope, and it's good to see. Tyrese got his podcast now. Pat got his podcast. He's doing some great things off the court. So we got all the pieces that we need to get it done. And so the East is still wide open. As much as the changes have made in Boston and Milwaukee have shaken the league, I still believe that we have a group that can get it done.
Yeah, I find myself very curious about this whole James Harden situation. The reports say that it'll be 2 first-round picks, whether one of them is one that the Clippers own and a pick swap along with Terrence Mann. And there's multitude of reports saying that either the Clippers don't want to do 2 picks or they don't want to include Terrence Mann. And I'm like, hold on, are we talking about James Harden right now? Like, I mean, like, I know, like,
it is
to your point,
crazy. Yeah,
it is kind of crazy. What are we talking about here? Like, if that is what's holding up the deal, make the deal happen if you really want it. I understand maybe the Clippers are feeling like they're working against themselves, but if you want to get your season off to the right start, there's a guy by the name of James Harden who led the league in assists last year. With that being said, if he sticks around in Philly, you guys look pretty damn good, in my opinion. And I wouldn't be surprised if you were able to knock out the Milwaukee Bucks or able to knock out the Boston Celtics or mess around and get the number 1 overall seed and really help yourselves going far in the playoffs.
It makes the game a lot easier for me, I'll tell you that much. He's a guy that can create and find you in a pocket and punish his defense, not with just his attacking, but his passing. And he can get the ball in places on time, on target from far places. He can get, on a string, he'll find the shooter in the corner, which we don't have many of those on our team. We don't have many play creators, playmakers, or real true point guards. We have scoring guards, combo guards, but James is one of the true point guards I think we have left in the league, but for sure on our team.
Yeah, for sure. I to your point, I expect him to play because there is that new rule that came out this past summer where if a player does not show for 30 consecutive days, then the team, I guess that if the team is not accepting those absences, then that player jeopardizes their ability to have free agency the upcoming season. It wouldn't count as a year accrued. So James Harden would be back in the same situation he is now if he does not show up, as long as the Philadelphia 76ers don't approve those absences, which if I was the 76ers, I would not. It's going to be it's going to be a drama for sure. We'll keep track of it in Philadelphia. And I'm very curious to see, Danny, how Joel Embiid has reacted this past offseason and this training camp to Nikola Jokic taking the crown and being the finals MVP. We'll be keeping track of that for sure throughout the entirety of this season of Inside the Green Room. That's just a little snippet of what we're going to do.